ultra-lib organizations out there. It's published by American Sociological Association. If you want to search Discover the Networks, Google or Bing, where you want to search Discover the Networks for more on the radicals involved with this bunch. Now, so here you have a far left-wing, commies, socialists, Marxists, writing this bogus report that predatory lending aimed at racially segregated minorities. I mean, this is pure revisionist history. It is the exact opposite here. The banks were forced by law to loan to people who were not qualified in order to make housing affordable, in order to reach quotas. This is what the Community Redevelopment Act was all about. It actually started with Carter, but it didn't really get any energy behind it until Clinton. And then Obama massaged it even further. Oh, we've had the stories. Janet Reno, during Clinton, calling these various banks, threatening them with major federal investigations if they didn't make these loans. And everybody knew it was going on. It was not predatory. This is not redlining. I mean, at the same time, while this was going on, we were hearing that banks were redlining. They were discriminating. They were not loaning money to black people because they were being racist and discriminatory. So at the same time redlining was going on, we now have this ultra left-wing report claiming that predatory lending was going. Everybody knows this is BS. Everybody knows it. This is Barney Frank and Chris Dodd, and their definition of affordable housing was basically to put people in homes that could not afford it. It just wasn't fair that some people did not have houses. It wasn't fair. America's unjust. America's immoral. Right? What it boils down to, folks, is this. It wasn't fair that some people could afford houses while other people could not afford them. You could almost say that the Democrats would look at the housing problem at the time, quote-unquote problem, and say it is ridiculous that home ownership is restricted only to people who can afford homes. That's essentially what they were saying. Now stop and think about that. Essentially what they were saying is it's not right that housing is limited only to people who can afford houses. That's what they were saying. So people that can't afford houses were going to be put in there anyway. The banks, under the threat of punishment of the federal government, anybody that's gone up against the federal government knows they have unlimited money. You can't beat them. This is a protection racket. This is like dealing with a mafia. You got Janet Reno threatening you with investigation. What are you going to do? Well, these are entrepreneurial people. Okay, we got